Hello YouTube, this is Alexander again, and today is kind of second day because I have on the bench this little homemade ATX power supply made with junk and scratch. So I have a little issue with it because when I switch on it starts, as you can see, but if I put a little load on it, like this little bulb working here on 12 volts, look what happened. Okay, the switch off. So if I start, it doesn't work immediately. It takes a while to switch on. I will do the same thing. Switch off. It won't start immediately. Look at this. And when I put the load on the 12 volt output, it doesn't want to turn on. Sometimes it turns on, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. I guess this is a capacitor issue again, and because one of the output who is sometimes stressed is the 5 volt output, because there is a lot of amp on it, and of course this power supply is made by a scratch, so the capacitor inside had bad day. So I think this is the moment where the capacitors failed. So if I connect this plug with 3000 microfarad on the 5 volt output, and that means you connect in parallel with the 5 volt input. Look at this. It's switch on immediately, and if I want to switch on, if I want to light my bulb, I don't know how to proceed because I don't have a lot of Oula! Sorry. Okay, let's do again. So I have here. Okay, switch on, and I have here the 24 volt power supply, and also it works very nice. So if I remove this capacitor and try to connect on the 24 volt supply, we have the same issue. So let's dismount it. Even the screws are not the same, to tell how much this ATX power supply is scratched. Okay, I had to remove those screws also. Oh, no. Okay, I don't have to remove the screw. Okay, so what you can see on this power supply, you have a lot of converters, boost and buck converters, and also the panel. The panel is disconnectable with because I have here a kind of connector, which you can see here. If you want to remove it, you can just unplug the 3 connector plug to remove the entire panel. So if we look inside, we can see here a bulge capacitor, and according to the voltage of this one, it's 10 volt capacitor. You can see here 10 volt capacitor, and this 10 volt capacitor is probably what is used to filter the 5 volt output, and it doesn't make its job, so there is a problem with it. Okay, here is the capacitor. I can't test it because now it's completely dead. I kill it. Okay, this is 10 volt, 3300. So this is a negative, this is a positive. I need to find a capacitor like that and try to solder something on this lead, or using those red wire, but I think it will be better if I can solder something directly here. So let's try something. Okay, in my junk I found those capacitors which are quite old, but we need to check it before a replacement. So I have this ASR capacitor meter, and let's see if I think if something is good or not. Okay, 3000 for 0.04 ohm for ASR seems very good. Okay, 0.06 and 3000 for the capacitance. Okay, how it's possible to have higher ASR? I don't understand. How it's possible to have higher ASR? No, I don't understand. Okay. Glue gun time, man. Look at this. Yeah. And why not? Okay. This is the glue time gun, man. Okay. Okay. Let's just drive a few minutes. Higher part of those leads are not in copper but in aluminum. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, let's just try. Okay, all of that because I'm too much lazy to dismount all of those stuff. Yes, they are. No, they are not. This is a dangerous flux, okay? Conductive. It helps you to make solder when it's impossible. Okay. What about to add a little glue again? Yes, man. But before, let's clean this before, because this. So. This flux is absolutely not made for electronic, okay? I use it only when the solder is very difficult, like in this case, but you have to clean it very seriously, because if not, it can make big damage on it. So, let's push. The glue gun time now. Okay. That's okay. Those capacitor will go here, okay, like that. Okay, try to make the best. close that thing is a real pain in the neck, okay? So let's try. All screws are different. Amazing. Okay. If I reset it, and also when I was connecting capacitors here, it shows me a bad value here, but now it's disappears. So okay, so if I try it again, okay, this is the 12-volt output and work fine, and this is a 24. Okay, it's work perfectly fine. Let's go to 30 volt, okay, and try how it reacts. Okay, it's too much. Okay, I restart it, and it works, but it's suffering a little bit. Okay, so let's use only 25. Okay. 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 Okay, let's see the amp available on it. Oh, you cannot see. Okay. About, okay, it's difficult. Two 2.6, okay. Okay, it's working now. It was Alexander again. I hope you like this video, and until you see you soon.